Your course structure will not talk about grammatical construction, for example, because you think you can construct. It's just what the pronunciation. Yate. MTN. MB. How may I help you? You know, so you so your whatever your approach, your course structure will now be what? Will be dependent on that. Then you move on. Then from there you talk about what? The objective of the training and the benefits, which is still linked to what? This. Remember, it's very, very important. Then also what? The learning outcome. We'll be talking extensively about that later on. Right. Then you now come to what? Development and implementation. Remember, here there is no development, it's just design. So courses needed, this is the objective, this is the outcome. That you are justifying why those courses are needed, why the specific topics need to be trained. Then you now come here about what? Development and implementation. And we talk about development. What are we talking about? The ability to be able to develop your modules, right? Lessons, exercises, assignments, training blocks, testing, written and practical tests, you know, all those things like that are all part of your development, right? And here, don't also forget the implementation. That means what? The ability to be able to do what? To present, facilitating the training itself. And afterwards, what do we go to? Evaluation. And we see the evaluation is in two phases. There is what? The student evaluation. And what? There's also what? The structural evaluation. It's important. And the internal evaluation is also in two phases. There is what? Personal evaluation. And what? And
participant evaluation.
Personal evaluation. Good. Personal evaluation can come. Also, evaluation can come for what? Whoever is overseeing that particular whatever. But what I stress most here, which is very important for me as a facilitator, is what? Personal evaluation. It must always is important for you. Because remember, we are talking about all about self-development. We mentioned it earlier on. And part of what we're talking about is self-awareness. You must be able to ask yourself, have I delivered properly? Just like we're talking about emotional intelligence earlier on. And they're talking about training. But if you go around, it's not a myth that they are saying it. If you go around the front and you start asking, what training readily comes to your mind, you can recall. Some of them still mention emotional intelligence. Why? For some, it could be the module. That's why I said it could be module. For some, it could be what? Facilitation. For some, it could be that because it directly affects their experiences. That's what they're talking about. So, but for you, what's your takeaway, first of all, in evaluation as a facilitator or a trainer? Is what? Is that, have I actually done justice to this training, to this module? Have I delivered it properly? Right? Have I connected? You can assess yourself. It's important. Because one of the major ingredients for growth is personal evaluation, self-awareness of the person, of the you in you. Because when you have that, you'll be able to correct yourself from time to time and improve. Right. So, instructor evaluation is important, and like I said, we come from self, we come from participant, and don't also overlook participant feedback. I mean, they know it's one major thing that after a training, the first thing I call for is the feedback from the participants. I look at it, the feedback that concerns the training general, that concerns the facilitator is important to me, and it makes me do what? Combine with what I see as my own weakness and try to grow. It's important. Then also, student evaluation. Not effectively beat your chest and say, oh, these people have confirmed them, this training for them is fantastic, they understand. Without proper evaluation, you must evaluate. and which is one thing I try especially to stress, the evaluation, a pre and post assessment of the training is important. A pre and post assessment is key. It's very, very key. A pre and post assessment is what? Is key. A pre and post assessment is key. It's very important. You must always take it. Even if it is what? A 30 minutes, 1 hour training. You must have at least 10 questions. Right? Even if it is 5, that must always be what? Either way. Take it before, take it after. It will always show the degree of what? Degree of learning. Then also, another important part of evaluation here is what? Is feedback. Remember, we've said 2 things here now. We mentioned assessment, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Because assessment can be used for evaluation. Remember, we mentioned assignments and things like that. Assessment can be used for evaluation, and also feedback. It's also part of it. Be able to give. Like for example, now, as I am training, I'm already evaluating you. Remember my discussions whenever you have new hires and I call and I say, how far with this person? As you are in class, you're already evaluating your trainees, your participants. From there, you know who and who is you're already connecting with. You know who you are not connecting with. You know whose mind is here, whose mind is not here. It's important and it's part of evaluation. What am I trying to stress here? The job as a trainer, skill developer, facilitator, or training consultant, especially whatever you call yourself, does not start and end with you standing in class and delivering a module. No! In fact, that is the tiniest part of your job. And is what? The simplest part of it. But we ask ourselves, do we do the rest? I have had a situation in which, back in my university days, as a 100 level student, I entered a class for the first time. I went to borrow a course. And after that class, the lecturer called and said, come. Where are you from? There's something about you. Come to my office. Sit down. And we started talking. That's what we're talking about. Connect. It's important. You should not be dead to your audience. And what concerns is what? Let me deliver this module, go back, say report as I've seen this, and everything can clap for me, I'm fantastic, I've done it. No. I think we'll have more about that when it comes to presentation and things like that. The ideal approach. When we're talking about this, there are some factors which we must consider under this. Who needs to be trained? What training is required and topics need to be covered? Remember, we said this. It's just a summary of what we're talking about in ADI. How long should the training last? This is also very important. Some trainings is not. Not supposed to be more than 1 hour. We say 4 hours. I will waste time there. And those agents, they will always be very happy to drop the calls and go into the classroom. But it's important for us to balance it because we are in a business where what? Picking those calls makes the money for us. So we must always try as much as possible to ensure that we justify the time for the training. Participants, how many participants teach in the class? Our standard is a 25, we have a 25 room class. But so for some of those trainings, we don't need up to 25 people. Yes. Some trainings are maybe practical in nature, right? That we need just 10, 15 people to be able to, to connect. How many trainers are required per session? Yeah, I could recall our course simulation trainings, practical classes. Some of our practical classes, you need more than one person, because you need, while one is an instructor talking to the class, an instructor also needs to go around and say what, and say, no, open it here, don't do that, two of us. Yes. So those things are important. Sorry. They're all important. Who needs to be trained? What training is required? The topics need to be covered. How long should the training last? How many people should take part in each training session? And how many trainers are required per session? These are factors that also must be considered after looking at our Hardy model. Remember what? Analysis, design, development, implementation, and what?
Evaluation.
Let's talk about the ideal approach. Yes, we are continuing. How you get the most out of the attendees? That's really, so those days in the past, I used to ask, give me your class plan. But because my people, they became so smart that each time I say, give me your class plan, they will write the same things over and over again every day. They are, in their thought, I will frustrate you. You don't know what you're doing. That, I'm truly I got frustrated. I stopped asking about their class plan. I just say, because they are rewriting everything, and I found that they are rewriting always everything all the time. Some of them are here, they know themselves. But this is important. How you get the most out of the attendees? That was the question I was asking. But I discovered that they couldn't get it, or rather, they felt so lazy. Because what's a class plan? A class plan is not coming to tell me that I'm going to teach, what are the names of your products now? Megabytes.
Smart Connect.
Smart Connect. Too good.
Welcome. Welcome to Airtel.
Welcome to Airtel. That's not the class plan. That's not the class plan. How many of us have done RSC or have done anything in teaching whatever before? You don't do anything in teaching. Too bad. You have. Yes, you know about class plan. Tell us about class plan, Mr. Kama. Good.
Diploma in teaching. No, actually, it was during my service year.
Okay.
It was during my service year. I started from the school, and then every week the
inspectors will go around.
The dean of studies and
yes,
the rest will come and say, okay, lesson plan, all of these things.
Yes.
And as somebody that was tutored as an engineer, we never had anything to do with lesson plan and all of that. So, but we found it very cumbersome at the beginning. But
you have to write and write.
Yes, but I think at the end of the day, it was something that became fun and became part of us. And basically, the lesson plan had to do with the topic you want to treat based on the syllabus and the audience, and then what are the things you want to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah, the activities, and you break down
the duration,
the duration for that class session, and how you want to evaluate the students at the end of.
And what is the intent, sir? What is the intent?
It's to direct learning.
Prepare you for your class. It's just trying to force you to prepare for the class. Prior to today, I was preparing for this class. I spent a whole day going through the module with some others, 2 of us, sir. Then I would spend my whole preparing for the class. You must prepare for a class. It's the most important part of your delivery.
Can I add something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And during that period, there's this annual inspection they usually do from the Ministry of Education. So the inspectors came and they were going through the lesson plan, lesson notes of all of the teachers in the school. And then when it got to some subjects, physics, chemistry, and the rest, so they said that we have corpus here, that the persons taking the courses are corpus and all of that. They say that if they are teaching, they should also have lesson plans and all of that. So, but fortunately enough, anyway, for us, we were able to adapt into the system, and when we showed them the lesson note and everything, they were so impressed. that out of all of the schools they've gone to, actually, why they insisted that they want to see the lesson notes of, the lesson plan of the corpus there was the fact that in all of the schools they visited, all the core members there did not even have a lesson plan, because a lot of them felt at the copper, why should I bother myself about lesson plan? They just send me here to come and teach, so I will just teach and go, and all of that. So they were very, very impressed that at least they were able to find core members that did not even have education as a background. Even in schools where the core members read education, they still did not have lesson plan and all of that because of the nonchalant attitude towards it. And we were so impressed that we had well-documented lesson plan.
So this is important, sir. In fact, everything we are talking about here is all encompassing. Is a breakdown of what we are saying about what your plan. And you get the most out of the attendees, and it's part of planning. You must prepare it. As for especially those days, when you can bear with this, I'll print out the module for each slide. I'm writing out what I want to say, right? I'm going to approach it. That is it. That is what makes you a superstar in facilitation. That's the secret. Preparation. Clear, articulated thoughts already known by you. Examples I'll be given by you. So you don't come to class and start blabbing. I'm telling you. Clearly. You don't come and everything you are doing is standing and reading out your whatever, your module. It's because you are not conversant with your module. I was feeling a bit very weak yesterday. So I went early. When I got in, I wanted to shower, but because I was weak, I had to lie down for some time, take my time and things like that. Before after my shower, I ate, I prayed, like that. I watched the match. Afterwards, I had to open my laptop to go through the module again. After in the last 1 week, I've been going through it. I had to go through it twice again because I was preparing. You have to. That is it. And when you're preparing, it's not just about the module. What do I want to say? What I want to say? What are these audience? How do I want to talk? What kind of examples am I going to use? That is it. That is the intent of those class plans of those days. That the two units of this world, we only just come back and write out megabyte. Everything you see here megabyte. It's not what you write there, whatever. That is it. And the first thing I say, who could stop it? Eventually, did I start? Did I ask again? No, I stopped asking.
A pity.
They know how to frustrate you. Yeah, you see what they will stop it eventually. You have to stop it. Because they were not getting the message. And the adults, you cannot whip them. Right? So that's it. So the location of the training, the structure, that's why your class plan is also very important.
No, I have something.
What?
I think no, it's not a conversation. I think the challenge there is that from the name, the interpretation is different from different people. So what's your class plan? So we already have a class plan of what to cover in template. Therefore, I go there and write, these are the products, and I'm going to mention this. But based on this explanation, it is. I think the
No, we're looking at the lesson notes. You present lesson notes.
What we present is
the
class
breakdown
plan
is what was missing there. Let me say that we didn't really understand that. Ordinarily, when I was even serving, as he said, I had something like that. I would write out, these are the things I want to do in physics, and this. I think this is too much. Let me stop here for them. Since it's 30 minutes or 45 minutes class, something like that. But when we gave
you guys will only be mischievous. I know everybody. You see, there's a way they work like it. Maybe it's either you prepare or something. You see them, those actions, they work together. I want to see that conspiracy. What do you do? You can't come and kill yourself. They know. But let's hope that we can start this now. No training, any of our training, even settings, we are able to attend to this. This is my approach to this. It's just like, I'll give an example of this. There was a time we had this PIP training, and at a point we stopped. There was like about 2-3 circles. We stopped training products on PIP, right? can you recall, we came out with a module or something like that, videos on attitude or things like that, because we found at that point in time that look, yes, it's not about the lack of knowledge. Even if somebody is dipping, it was knowledge that brought into PIP. Could be what attitude. I will just want to, and can you recall that we had this? There was a lot of tremendous embrace of that particular module that time, right? That's what we're saying. It's part of the plan. You look at everything, you structure it. Okay, this is what I want. This is how I want to attack it. You may even have your module there, but I'm coming to class today to preach to you. If you could recall, I think why you were part of that. You accompanied me to that particular class. There was a PIP class I spoke with. For more, just about one that I did not whatever. I was the one that I spoke with them just about attitude. Why do we need this job? With the importance of the customer and all that is important. Example like that, and I went. And those people didn't come back in PIP. They were so happy. They were shaking their head like that, and that's it. At times, what we are saying is what we must prepare and find an approach that we think will connect with what our audience. The training environment, how you evaluate, remember we mentioned that, and what, how do we continue to build people's capacity after initial training. Yeah, I was just about saying that I want us to go for a short break. We'll go for a break for 10 minutes. My time says